Hey guys, you are watching the In Third Person comic book show. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, a website about video games, comic books, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And today on the show, I wanted to talk about one of my current favorite superhero comic books. Well, just one of my favorite comic series going right now, and that is Wonder Woman. This is the New 52 version, written by Brian Azzarello and drawn by Cliff Chiang. One of my favorites going on right now, although it's going to be ending real soon. A little more on that later. But Wonder Woman. Going into it, I had no expectations for Wonder Woman. I get that she's a symbol for feminism and girl power, and she came out at a very important time in history and became that figure for a lot of people to signify with that particular movement, and that's all great. But it just didn't really appeal to me. I know she had a whip, not yeah, the lasso of truth and the invisible jet. It just wasn't a thing that I thought was all that interesting to me specifically. And that wasn't until I read the New 52 Omnibus. Oh man, it's on the floor. Let me pick this up. I should have had this on my lap earlier. This thing here, which has all the issue ones of the New 52 comics. And Wonder Woman was one of the best ones. It had a woman in Middle America whose baby was being kidnapped by gods, and Wonder Woman comes in to save the day, and she's trying to figure out what's going on, and from there it just gets crazy. The art by Cliff Chiang is fantastic, and the writing is, I mean, it's a very classic superhero story, but there's a lot of modern touches. In particular, I love the family tree convolutedness of it. There is no shortage of Jerry Springer-esque baby mama drama that happens in this book, and I think that's probably one of my favorite parts is they blend that kind of action with the human drama of like who's the daddy of who, and generally spoilers, the answer is Zeus. But the characters in it. Wonder Woman is written so great. She's not overly sexualized or anything. I mean, maybe that's what you're looking for, and that's kind of a disappointment. But I mean, her interpretation of, well, her as Wonder Woman in this particular series is great, and her supporting cast is super strong as well. I love Zola, Wonder Woman's extended family, not just the Amazons on Paradise Island, but her other family, which is kind of a spoiler in the book, so I'm not going to go any further on that. But I mean, the action is great, and the story through all four books. So I mean, there's Volume One, which is Blood. Yeah, I've only read four books. I know there's the fifth one is coming a little later this year, and if you want all of the Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chiang stuff, it ends at issue 36. So anyway, so Volume 2 is Guts, Volume 3 is Iron, and Volume 4 is War, which features, well, the God of War. One of the best ones. I think my favorite of these are Volume 2 Guts and Volume 4 War. Oh, one's amazing too. Well, they're all great. It's Wonder Woman. New 52 Wonder Woman is pretty awesome. Uh, I've actually had some good experiences trying to spread the word on why Wonder Woman is great. And I started at home with Steph, where I kept telling her, Wonder Woman's great, you gotta check this out. And finally, she gave it a shot. And after that first day, I was like, hey, what did you think? And she's like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm like, I told you. I told you. And one of my coworkers, who is also a big fan of comics, maybe not reading the comics, but she loves the characters and the movies and all that extended stuff. She said Wonder Woman was her favorite comic, and I was like, have you read any of the new stuff? And she's like, no. So I lent her the book, and she was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then her son, who was a teenager, he was looking at the book like, oh, I don't know, it's kind of a girly thing. And then he would go and like borrow my copy and just like peek at the pictures. And then he asked his mom, like, can I give this a read? And she was like, okay, that's fine. I'll let Jet know you're gonna hold on to it a little longer. And then he finishes the book and was like, oh my god, this is amazing too. So there's a lot of, I mean, Wonder Woman, like, think say what you will, but like the current stuff is awesome, and you really should be checking it out. At least give this book a chance. If Even if you're not all that interested, I mean, it is one of the best things DC has going on right now, and it's been selling really well. And it's also wrapping up really soon, which is a real bummer. Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chiang are going to not be working on the series anymore after issue 36. So, starting with issue 37, it's going to have a new creative team of David and Meredith Finch. And I'm curious to see where they go with it. They showed that one promo picture of it, and I thought, okay, this looks cool. It's not the Wonder Woman I came to love here, but maybe it's still good. And it's not like I haven't read other Wonder Woman stuff of late. I've seen her in the new Justice League. I read issue 1 of Superman and Wonder Woman. So I know there's different interpretations of her, and I've even gone back a little further and read, what was that? I've got Wonder Woman Eyes of the Gorgon. I have that one, and I haven't read that one yet. There's another one by Gail Simone that I haven't read yet. Oh, hold on. The Gail Simone one I've read. This Eyes of the Gorgon one sticking out on my shelf I have not. So I know there's other interpretations of Wonder Woman that are of varying degrees of quality. So I'm hopeful that this one's good. The one thing that makes me a little concerned is in an interview they said that they wanted to kind of take inspiration more from Linda Carter Wonder Woman, and I get that she's a very iconic interpretation of that particular character that a lot of people recognize, but I don't know. I just think of like the twirly and the spinning thing into her clothes and think it was really dumb, but maybe it worked for the time. So that, I don't know. I'm fingers crossed. I hope it all works out, because Wonder Woman went from being a character I cared nothing about to, oh my god, she's one of my favorite characters, period. And I want everything to do with Wonder Woman now, which is kind of crazy considering how oblivious I was before. So, if Wonder Woman is something you've never given a shot, or like just actively hate and haven't really read any of the books or anything like that, just give this one a shot. I picked this one up on clearance. The only other reason I picked this up, besides liking that first issue, was there was a bookstore closing sale, and this was half off. So I did it, and do not regret it at all. And that's my Wonder Woman story. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the In Third Person Comic Book Show. If you like the video, you can like it on YouTube. You can subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/jetinThirdPerson. And you can go to my website, inthirdperson.com, for more stuff on comic books, video games, board games, and more. So until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Later.